Okay, so I'm in my PJs, I've got my badge on, and I'm in the kitchen getting ready to prepare to go to bed soon, because I wanted to record myself using the tm5 automated yogurt recipe. My lovely friend Christine has asked me to do a video. I'm actually going to follow thermo bliss, I'll double check that. Her wonderful, what would you call it, revamped automated recipe. She does do a wonderful video, but I'm going to do a video to make myself accountable of trying it for the first time, because you know we all love to make ourselves accountable, and if it fails you'll see that I failed. But this is a very popular searching topic in the Facebook groups, and thermo bliss 101, I am going to double check that, is quite popular and really good. So I've watched it a couple of times and I'm going to try and do it myself. So I have now done a vinegar wash, which is a cup of vinegar and 500 mils of boiling hot water, just to make the process a bit faster. Popping it on for 5 minutes, 90 degrees, and before it starts I give it a bit of a whiz forwards and backwards, normal and reverse, and just let it heat up. To get to your automated recipes, you're actually going in, as you know, if you have your tm5, they're the 3 main automated recipes and the plain yogurts. This is how you're going to access the 8-hour cooking. Other recipes through Cook I Do actually ask you to take out the yogurty milk mixture and either put it on a bowl and leave on the bench overnight, or pop it in the fridge and let it set in the fridge. So we're going to use the skeleton of this, but we're going to pre-prepare ourselves manually. It does ask you for room temperature milk, and I personally don't have milk sitting at room temperature. So what I've done, and I'm doubling the recipe just like her instructional videos, I've got 2 liters of milk in here already, and we have the wonderful thermomixer, so we can actually bring it to 37 degrees, which is the ideal temperature. Half an hour should be okay. Apparently, depending where you live, is how fast your milk will actually get to temperature. So I'll let that go and I'll come back to you. So I still have 4 minutes. It has been sitting at 37 for probably about 3 minutes, sorry. So I'm going to stop that. And we'll bring up the automated recipes again in the plain yogurt. Press start. I'm doubling the portions, but what we're also changing, and I'll let you know, is the milk powder. I put extra milk powder in my tm6 vanilla yogurt recipe as well. It will actually make your yogurt really nice and thick after it's set in the fridge. I also double my sugar because for my kids to eat it, they like it sweeter like the shops, and so do I. And then your 100 grams of cream. So I have a 250 gram UHT cream because I couldn't get fresh cream today. So hopefully that will work. I've got the fresh milk in there. So it's best, so we're going to get out of that and we're going to add the milk powder quitting. So like I said, we're using the skeleton time frame of the automated recipe, but then we're going to be using the rest manually. So we're going to pop in, I'm going to tear that, just took the we're going to pop in 240 grams of milk powder. Oh, there we go. Oh wow, 245, that's okay. And then you really want it really mixed in. So just going back to your temperature, you go back to your home and you need a time limit on just to activate the temperature. So we're going to bring it down to there and mix it in. So you really want to grab that milk powder in and give it a good, well, you really want it mixed in, I think. If you can see that better now with the light on there. Maybe. So I'll turn it down and just give it a chance to mix in, because you don't want any yucky lumps, I guess. So I give that just to check that it's all mixed in, and that looks pretty good to me. Okay, so guess what? I just had to double check, and it's thermogroovers, not thermo bliss. There is a thermo bliss out there and she's great also, but this one that I'm doing is by the lovely lady from thermogroovers. Okay, so I've mixed the milk powder in. We've made sure it's all nice and dissolved, because you don't want the lumpy bits. And then we're going to go and do the automated recipes. Plain yogurt, and then press start. So I've doubled the recipe, so I've got 200. Thermogroovers has said that this works fine with her machine. So obviously we've got the milk and the yogurt now. This is the best one to use. Okay, it does say plain yogurts, but you don't want your plain vanilla yogurt. That is not going to work. You need it to say pot set. That's absolutely the only one that's going to work. They've got the best live cultures, and it's actually pot set into the yogurt. And I'm trying to do it one-handed. Yeah. Good catch. Okay, so with the small 170 grams, I'm going to use the whole lot. Okay. Oh, yes, that's lovely. And she said you don't need to double this. She put the whole pot in. It said 120 grams of plain yogurt. Pot sets is the key. And if you keep your little container, you can put the live cultures from your next one into here. Right on it, say no one eat it. It's for the next lot of yogurt, and then you won't need to buy your starter. The starter will be from your next lot. Milk powder is already in there. actually going to go back out and I'm going to give the yogurt a little mix in there manually. Just to get that cold, nice cold yogurt mixed in to the warm milk. And sometimes it's just those extra steps that you need to take to make it a bit better for yourself, I guess. So if I go back to the automated recipes, plain yogurt, and just skip, milk, yogurt, milk powder. Now the sugar, I use raw sugar for everything. So I'm actually going to add 80 grams of raw sugar. It says 40. You can use your sugar equivalents or your stevias or whatever sugar you're allowed to have in your diet. But full fat for me, because I have very low cholesterol, so that's got nothing to do with sugar. And your cream for a creamy yogurt, though the milk powder does quite. So that's what I've got. I normally have fresh cream, but the shops had none of it. So we're doubling that. And I'm just going to put the whole lot in, which was $2.25, meant to be $2.50. Thank you. Okay. So now here comes the fun part. We have the automated. If you have never used an automated before, you just touch it and it will do its thing for the rest of the night. So you just turn it and it's going to do its thing. So I can hear the sugar in there having a bit of fun. Oh no, it's kind of going. So this is going to do its own thing. With the automated, it stops and starts and does what it needs to for the entire 8 hours. And if you're not home when it's finished, it is fine. That's what she said. But yes, the one I'm making my 6 has been fine. I have forgotten and I've just grabbed it, popped it in the fridge later. So I'm going to head to bed and I will continue the video in the morning. Fingers crossed. Oh, that it works. Okay. Time for the big reveal. It finished maybe 3 hours ago. So, oh, I should have grabbed a spoon. We'll have a look. All right, that looks pretty good. It's nice and smooth. So what I'm going to do, so I don't forget, is pop some into, so I cleaned that out last night, pop some of that in there ASAP so that I don't forget about my starter. And I'll just fill that up. Oh yeah, I forgot to add the vanilla after I did the video last night, but as it was mixing, I realized a couple of minutes after I just added my vanilla extract. Okay, so that is going to be my starter for the next lot. And I'll just write on it to make sure the kids don't eat it. And then the rest of it, I am just going to pop into a container and put it in the fridge to, it'll get even thicker in the fridge. So, all right, thank you.